Alright, so what I'm going to explain to you in this video is called the Signal Inversion Theory. No hyperbole, this is almost certainly the greatest discovery in the history of online dating, and quite honestly is right up there with Newton's 3 laws of physics when it comes to the importance of this discovery. Again, no hyperbole. But why I'm making this video today is that the Signal Inversion Theory is the underpinning philosophy behind every text that the Guy app is going to help you craft. If you want to learn more about that, link in the description. But first, I'm going to go over the 5 key things that are sabotaging your text game. It's very counterintuitive, but basically everything that has made you successful in your career, everything that has made you fit and financially independent and help you build a good social life, and all your values is actually quietly sabotaging you. So let's just get right into it. So number one, sorry, they're testing some alarm system here in Denver today, but number one, being thorough reads as being over-invested over text. Now in the workplace, being thorough is what separates you from someone who is just phoning it in. But over text, it just comes across as desperate, as needy, as having no options. It's exactly what's helping you write 3 to 4 paragraphs to sell yourself to her. Meanwhile, she's responding with like 4 or 5 word sentences, right? So you're referencing her bio, you're doing what we call homework openers by asking her questions that, require her to put in a lot of effort. It's just not fun. So you being thorough, you think you're navigating the text game correctly, but actually you're doing it completely wrong. The next thing here is caring about outcomes reads as being desperate. So you're rewriting your texts and she can feel that energy. You're checking your phone every 30 seconds to see if she finally responded, and she feels that energy, man. But meanwhile, the guy, the loser, quote unquote, who's just taking a random bathroom selfie and clearly didn't put any thought or effort into his profile, is killing it online. It's because he's not too invested and he's not too concerned about the outcome, not because he's superior, not because he's been red-pilled, but because he just literally doesn't care. So that's number 2. The more you care about the outcome, the more she can sense it, and it's quietly sabotaging your texts. You have to just not care and just send something like you've got nothing to lose. Number 3 here, being thoughtful reads as try hard. So you're trying to craft the perfect message. You're trying to send something edgy and funny, but at the same time not offending her. And it's just kind of ending up in this mushy middle that basically the effort is the problem. Every text you send should be like it's the first thing you cross your mind. It took you 5 seconds to type it out, and then you hit send and went about your day. The guys who succeed with the online texting are the ones who just really don't honestly care, and that effortless is what signals abundance. Now listen, this video is very much theory. In future videos, we're going to be going over what this means in practice, the types of texts not to send, and the types of texts you should be sending. But here, at the end of the day, all I'll tell you for now is that I was this guy messing everything up. I was the dude who was committing all the sins I'm talking about in this video. So don't take this as me being preachy to you. Just take it to me as me wishing, this is basically what I wish I had been able to see and hear 2 to 3 years ago. Now, genuine interest, this is number 4. Genuine interest reads as needy, believe it or not. So in person, when you're on the date with the woman, interest is attractive. She wants you to ask her questions about her day, her life, her career, her family, all that type of stuff. But when you're 2 messages into the chat with a total stranger, that interview type mode questioning just reads as being needy and like needing to know this type of information from her. So heavy investment right away is just what you want to avoid. So genuine interest, again, reads as needy over text. And again, this will all make sense as you subscribe to this channel, watch more of our videos. There's a lot of short form content also, which will help explain this more in the meantime. But otherwise, on to number 5. Taking things seriously, especially in the early going, reads as boring. So you're treating this like a job interview. You're treating this like something you really need to land for your life to be complete. So you're texting as if you're, submitting a formal application to this woman so that she can please go on a date with you. But the key thing here is that you should just bypass the formal application stage in the initial text interactions and just start texting her like you've already been dating for a year and you're telling her about some sort of inside joke about like a pigeon that took the poop on your blazer. This literally happened to me when I was in Italy with a girl recently. So just keep that in mind. Start from an inside joke. Don't be acting like you're applying for a job. She can feel that energy. And dude, trust me, if you're meeting on the apps like Hinge or God forbid Tinder, she's got 50 dudes already per day probably applying. So you don't want to compete in that domain. But here's the thing, this is the red pill, guys. Once you realize these 5 things, again, let me just go over it real quick. For most of these videos, I don't want to be on my phone, but in this case, I really wanted to get the information to you. It's very important. Again, being thorough reads as overinvested. Caring about outcomes reads as desperate. Being thoughtful reads as try hard. Genuine interest is viewed as needy on the apps. And taking things seriously is just boring. So this is the red pill, guys. This is the real red pill. Once you understand this, when it comes to the online dating landscape, and even if you're going out and you have what it takes to meet women in person via cold approach, this is what you still need to internalize once you actually get their number and start texting them. This is the real red pill, because everything here are traits you want to have in your life. This is how you're going to actually have friends, have family members who like you, and have relationships and be successful, be fit, everything you need to be successful and have a good life. But in dating, it's killing you. It's why the lawyers and doctors are getting left on red on Hinge, even though they're good looking and successful. And it's why the dude who, hasn't showered in a couple days, is ungroomed, unkept, is just cleaning up on the apps. It's this energy. So we're trying to install with the Guy app that bad boy energy, if you will, the energy of the guy who just doesn't care, onto the successful dudes who do care and do have a lot to offer, but they're just, everything they do have to offer and the reasons why is what's sabotaging them in the first place. And it's the online medium, whether we're talking about texting or the online dating apps, it's the online medium, to take it back to the introduction of this video, that is inverting the signal. When it comes to the digital communication, everything, these 5 characteristics that have made you successful, this is what's now sabotaging you on the